Welcome to my beginner's guide for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The first I will talk about combat. Now you have a fast attack that is very good against multiple enemies and that can be used very quickly. It's also good against big monsters where you have to get out of the way and attack them very quickly, because the other attack, the strong attack, is quite slow and it's only good against single opponents that are quite slow, like a golem. Now, when it comes to defense, you can parry enemies by holding your parry button, and if you time it right, starting with the beginning of the enemy's attack animation, you can counter attack. Now you will kick or punch the enemy, and after a counter attack you can attack your enemy with your sword. Another way to defend yourself is to roll. It's especially good against big monsters that have a wide attack, far reach, or it's also good to get to the back of the enemies. Now, against enemies that use a hatchet, you cannot parry them because it will still damage you. The best way is to dodge. A dodge will only slightly move you away from the enemy and you can still hit them. Now to the signs. The Witcher can use 5 signs. The first is Yrden, which is a magic trap. It slows the enemies inside the circle, and it's especially good against any spirits like wraiths. The next sign is Quen. It's a protective shield that you can cast before a fight, and when you get hit it will absorb the damage. There is also an alternative way to cast Quen, and making it an active shield. When you have it in an active shield, you will absorb any damage and heal yourself. Igni is the next skill. It's a fire attack. You will hit enemies with fire and you have a chance to incarnate them, meaning they'll be burning, and it will also make them for a short time defenseless so you can attack them. The next sign is Axii. Axii will stun your enemy. An alternative cast of this sign will take control of an enemy that will fight for you. In certain situations you can use it in dialogues, make the characters do what you want instead of paying coins or fighting them. Aard is the last sign. It's a telekinetic blast that will knock away your enemies, and it has a chance of knocking down your enemies, making them very vulnerable. There is also a slight chance that after a knockdown you'll be able to perform a one-hit finisher. Aard also can be used to destroy certain doors or walls. Next up are your character's abilities. They can be unlocked or upgraded through ability points. You can receive ability points in 2 ways. Either find a chapel, a shrine like this that will give you 1 ability point, or while leveling up you will also receive an ability point. There are 4 branches. You will have your combat abilities, which 5 sub branches in each, and they're also divided in different levels. You have level 1 that are available at the beginning, and abilities that you will have to invest at least 8 or 20 or 30 ability points in this branch before you can unlock them. Then you have your sign abilities. For each sign you will have abilities that you will improve this sign or allow you to use an alternative cast. Again, upgrading the higher levels of this ability requires you to invest a lot of points in this branch. Then you have your alchemy, where you can improve your potions, your oils, your bombs, and your toxicity levels. Also, there's a 4th general level of abilities where you can invest only 1 point in them. These general abilities include, for example, focus, which increases your damage for each adrenaline point, or there is an ability that will increase your vitality by 500 points. While in the game there are 70 different abilities, you have only maximum of 12 ability fields. Only if you drag the abilities that you are unlocked or upgraded into this ability fields will they be active. Those abilities that aren't dragged into the ability slots won't be active. Now, because those ability slots can be improved from mutagens, you have to take the right color of the mutagen for the different ability tree. For example, for combat abilities, you will have to use the red mutagen. The more abilities you connect from one tree with this matching mutagen, the stronger the mutagen's effect will be. You still can insert an ability into the mutagen slot from a different tree, but while this ability will be active, then it will be working, the mutagen's effect won't increase. Upgrading your abilities and moving them in the right spots with the right mutagens is very important. In this example, moving those 4 abilities and connecting them improved my steel sword DPS from 259 to 350. Next up are items, crafting and money related issues. Geralt has a steel sword for fighting humans and animals and a silver sword for fighting monsters. The game will generally automatically choose the right sword, so you don't have to worry about choosing the right sword. He also wears armor, boots, trousers and a ranged weapon. And he has some consumables like potions or regenerating drinks or food, bombs, and trophies that he will get from killing big monsters, and that will also improve some stacks. Also, he can equip some items for his horse that will improve his horses or the how much Geralt can carry. His inventory is divided into 5 categories. Equipment has his weapons, his armor and his runes. Usable items, there are books, blade oils, potions and consumables that will regenerate your vitality. Potions will be refilled automatically, but you have to meditate to refill them. Meditation will also restore your vitality to full health points. Then you have your alchemy and crafting materials that you will need to use to craft potions, craft swords, armor and bombs. The next category are quest items like letters, keys or special items that will be needed to fulfill a quest. And in the end you have other items that have no use, but you can dismantle them into alchemy or crafting components. Money can be a problem in The Witcher 3 since you won't get a lot of money from doing main quests, but you can loot houses. Most houses will have a lot of items that you can collect from rags and chests and sell them later. Also, killing enemies like bandits will give you a lot of weapons that you can sell. It's important where you sell your items. You will generally get 50% more gold from selling armor and weapons to a smith and to a shopkeeper. The same goes for selling herbs and alchemy ingredients to a herbalist. You will get 50% more money when selling them to merchants that do not specialize in these things. Buying finished items like armor or swords can be very expensive. This armor with stats of 59 armor will cost you over 500 crowns. But you can buy a diagram for a similar armor just for 90 crowns and let it craft for additional 70 crowns. All you need is the ingredients for that. And while certain ingredients can be very expensive to buy, most of them you are able to find in the world. And if you do not have them, you can always dismantle a lot of things that cannot be used otherwise, like masks, dolls, or animal skins. For example, from animal skins you can get leather or leather scraps or oil, and you can use these components to craft items. Your swords and armor will deteriorate during fights, and they will lose their stats when they're damaged, so you need to repair them at a smith or buying field repairs. Most weapons and armor have slots for runes that will improve the stats of these items. When you get a better sword or a better armor, you can dismantle them and get the runes back. Thank you for watching this guide, and if you want me to cover another topic that wasn't in this guide or talk about a specific issue more, please let me know. See you next time.